But we'll go and talk about it. So if this is a rhombus, then we know it's also a parallelogram, correct? Right? All rhombuses are parallelograms. So there's one characteristic of a rhombus and really all parallelograms that's going to help us solve this problem. So they're asking us to find the measure of angle 1. The only thing they give us is that we have a 132 degree angle as well as a triangle that contains a right angle. Now, let's think about what do we know about the angles of a parallelogram. So anybody want to give me any statement that you know of for angles of a parallelogram? Yes. Well, all quadrilaterals. It doesn't have to be a parallelogram, but yes, all quadrilaterals, the sum of all the angles equals 360. Right. So that's true for all quadrilaterals, but I'm trying to get maybe a little bit more specific just to parallelograms. Devin first.
Consecutive interior angles equal 180.
OK. So Devin, help me out with that. Does that mean these two angles or these two angles? Which two would add up to 180? These two or these two? Well, what is consecutive then to 132? Which angle? L, N, P? OK. Angle 1 or angle N. And why is it consecutive? Do you remember? You're right. You're right. But why is it consecutive? Do you remember there's certain?
Right next to each other.
They're right. They share a side. OK? These are what we call opposite angles. Opposite angles don't share a side, do they? Consecutive angles do share a side. All right? And was there any other? Are you guys both going to say that? Yeah?
Opposite angles are different.
Right. So what's helpful about this, guys, is if this is 132, that's 132, right? But that's actually probably not really going to do too much help for us. But if I need to find out what measure of angle 1 is, I know that these two are consecutive. So therefore, they're supplementary. So now I can say 132 degrees plus measure of angle 1 equals 180. Right? Because they're consecutive angles. Now, I subtract 132. Measure of angle 1 equals 48 degrees. Any preguntas? Carla, did that help?
Yes.
Okay. Emily wrote it down.